Hello folks, sorry it's been a while. We've been pretty busy and inflation is hitting hard, my goodness. So I've had to make some moves, that's for sure. We're trying not to lose focus here. But we did expand our garden. Made a deal with a client of mine. They had a few rolls, about 100 feet of hog wire. So we took our little tiny one down. I built a gate over there, I'll show you. And we're expanding the kitchen garden. See the cows over there hanging out in the shade. They're doing all right. So yeah, we started this. The ground is really easy to till. You just get it wet first and it tills real nice. But nice little gate latch, if I may say so. Use an old bolt that I found in the barn. Put that on there. But there are no worms in this soil. Not one single worm. They've all been killed off. Just from people just spraying everything to death. And so we're gonna put some worms in here. I'll do a video on that. But we got our winter squash coming up, acorn squash, spaghetti squash. These are bush type, so they're not gonna get real big. We've also got zucchini, green Ford hook, and yellow straight neck. They are really doing good. They love this place. They love the sunlight. They love the mounds. They love the weather. I put marigolds in between all of those. We've got some French fillet beans. This is just a small patch. We're doing this row in squares of different things. Try to mix it up. But the great thing about these is there are little nitrogen collectors, and they're gonna pump the soil with nitrogen. So we're gonna put a lot of beans mixed in here when we finish tilling all this up. We've got some zinnias coming up. We've got some bush cucumbers. Got little onions coming up here. This is a broadleaf basil. You can use it like a lettuce wrap. And these are gherkin, little gherkin bush cucumbers. And those are cosmos. We had some tomatoes. A lot of them died off. No matter how many times the chickens eat these peppers, they just keep coming back. Of course, the chickens broke in here one time before we replaced the fence with a taller fence. They ate our watermelons, but a few of the watermelons are coming out. Those are Congos, and some little tiny ones. These are Congos too, I think, but they ate my seedless ones. They ate all those. These tomatoes died. They had just been in a pot for too long. And so my daughter planted some not marigolds, morning glories. So those are coming up. We had an armadillo the other night get down in that hole. That was a big stir. Yeah, you think I'm about to till, don't you? I was tilling and she stayed on the other side of the fence the other day, and I just gave her all the grubs and June bugs that I found in the soil. Her name's Flopsy because she's got that comb all flopped over. But yeah, this is gonna be, we're gonna finish this out. This will be the kitchen garden. Eventually we'll expand it into this square here, but for now that's what we're doing. And everybody's pumping out eggs. We getting about a dozen a day. We got 19 one day, but we figured out this keeps them out of here, so they'll stop nesting in here. And they just use the boxes now. I did find an egg on a shelf in the garage, which was interesting. But not too bad. It's all kind of messy here. It gets messy so fast. It's unbelievable. But our compost is doing pretty good. It's really starting to break down. And it's, I mean, gosh, that's on the top layer, and that's already turning, and that is hot. We've been watering this. It rained the other day, which is great. We've been watering this, and look at that. It's breaking down into soil. That's amazing how quick that is. Down here, it's kind of the same, really. Maybe not even as much. That's the edge, though. We'll give it another month. We'll get this stacked up real tall, and then we'll flip it over into this one, and then we'll start more here, and then we'll start putting it out. So we will keep working our way out here, and eventually when they come and get this trash, when it rains, we can burn that. Then we're going to start the operation on the production garden, but we're keeping it close to home right now and trying to make do with what we got. And it's beautiful. It's been hot. We got one day of rain, and we did have a really cool looking snake come in the garage, and I wanted to get a video of it, but it slithered into a hole in the wall, and then a mouse ran into the hole in the wall as I was cleaning the garage. And so it's a mess in there. We're organizing everything. But yeah, all the little flowers and stuff, they've popped up. Everything's getting some growth. Beans are coming up right there. Everything's coming along. And it's amazing. We've been watering and watering and watering, and we never see much difference in anything. We had one day of rain, and suddenly everything got new growth. The bougainvillea started blooming. The cucumbers doubled in size just from one day of rain. It's kind of amazing. Excuse me. This is Arabian jasmine. It all started blooming. We got new growth on our pomegranate. We got new growth all over our lemons. We got new growth on our Mayer lemons and our plumeria. We even have olives. We even have olives on our olive tree, which is pretty amazing. But it's incredible. One day of rain did more for these plants than weeks and weeks and weeks of watering with well water. There's just something different about the conditions. I don't know what it is, but that's what's going on so far, and I will start posting some more videos here pretty regularly. But we're moving along. We're getting there.